the past, rivers have played a vital role in human history. While many civilizations prospered next to these bustling streams of water, certain cities also suffered damage as a result of river floods. Countless civilizations emerged on riverbanks across the world. Increasing temperatures are melting glaciers and ice-capped mountains on a global scale. In turn, this raises water levels everywhere, posing a threat to coastal and riverside cities. There is a growing threat of floods in numerous countries. There is a rise in flooding in the United States and all over the world. We upload videos on a regular basis about current events, mind-boggling information, and interesting topics related to the world in which we live, all compiled into a rank so you won't have to Google which ones are fit to get into the top 10. Tech Drip uploads videos about these topics and more. If you're interested in this type of content, please like or subscribe. To receive daily updates, please click on the bell icon on the video. What was once a sporadic disaster has become a regular occurrence. The primary method of flood prevention in the past has been the use of sandbags, but is this the most effective? A flood can be prevented or protected in two ways: prevention or protection. It takes proper planning, proper construction of seawalls, and proper housing practices in order to prevent flooding. Despite all of the prevention efforts that go into modern infrastructure, prevention is not always sufficient in many cases. However, technology is keeping up with these changes. Several anti-flood inventions make it possible to prevent the loss of lives and property during floods. There are now much better and more innovative products on the market to prevent flood damage to your home. Number 10. Self-Closing Flood Barrier, SCFB. Basically, the Self-Closing Flood Barrier, SCFB, is a flood-resistant home security system that can also activate on its own. It's a flood-resistant home security system that deploys automatically when it detects floodwater, so it is almost invisible on a normal day since it is only raised when there is a flood. It also stays in one place, so it does not require off-site storage. As much as these flood protection systems are commendable, their effectiveness is ultimately determined by their accessibility. Although a limited number of authorities and consumers are already using these devices, it is expected that the number of authorities and consumers who are using them will increase as they prove to be effective and become more popular. Number 9. Aquobex Floodguard. If you are looking for a smaller scale entry barrier system, we have the Aquobex Entry Barrier System. This is a small scale barrier that is used to seal off doors and entryways into buildings. The Aquobex Entry Barrier has been explained in detail previously. If these barriers are installed along all the entryways of a building, rising water will not be permitted to enter the building. This is due to the creation of a seal between the surrounding surface and the barrier. These barriers can be deployed quickly in an emergency. Number 8. Floodguard Slot-In Barrier. Featuring an aluminium beam of up to 100mm thick and 6 feet high, the Floodguard Slot-In Barrier from Aquobex can secure a relatively large area of ground. This is an excellent flood barrier from Aquobex. In addition, these beams can also be locked in place to prevent theft, so they are suitable for a variety of places, including shopping malls and loading bays. Number 7. Dam Easy Flood Barrier. There are several ways in which Dam Easy flood barriers protect the entry points to a home, including doors and gates. The pneumatic pump action seal ensures that the door gap is completely sealed, which is why it is a highly portable and effective barrier. It is also possible to order Dam Easy barriers with custom dimensions to fit the needs of the buyer. Number 6. NOAQ Boxwall. There is a brand of anti-flooding barrier known as Boxwall made by NOAQ, which offers optimal protection for small to medium areas by preventing water from entering. The chained barricade is an easy-to-use and simple-to-clean system that is quick to assemble by attaching individual units. It is also extremely lightweight, which means it is very easy to store in a small space, such as a car trunk. In addition to its lightweight, the equipment weighs only 14 pounds or 6.35 kilograms. Number 5. Watergate Flood Barrier. In a variety of situations, you might need a barrier to protect yourself from flooding, and sandbags are a great option for this. Sandbags are effective in many situations, but they typically require a fair amount of preparation and setup time, and are heavy and bulky to move around. The Watergate barrier is just as easy to use as rolling out a mat, so if setting up a barricade is too much effort, don't worry. Setting up flood protection is as simple as rolling out a mat with the Watergate barrier. It can be deployed by a single person within minutes or hours, depending on the size. because it leverages lightweight PVC and a design that relies on water pressure for inflation. This barrier has ballast at the main end, which stops the water from flowing excessively beyond a certain level, making it an effective anti-flood equipment you can use to save a street from flooding. Water pressure from oncoming floodwaters is utilized to stabilize the dam, creating its own structure. Number 4. ClimaGuard. ClimaGuard will keep your valuable possessions secure, no matter what the situation, ensuring you have peace of mind against flooding. The product comes with waterproof storage, an exterior guard, and anchor straps. However, the bag itself is also a product that can be used anywhere and will keep whatever is inside secure. There has never been a better way to store and protect your possessions during natural disasters, as the bag is portable and easy to set up. Because it is portable and compact, it fits easily into the trunk of your car, inside a closet, or you can carry it around with you while evacuating, so you can carry it wherever you go. Number 3. The Maeslant Storm Surge Barrier in the Netherlands. As a result of the Netherlands' almost entirely underground situation, DeltaWorks has a flood protection system that is one of the most comprehensive in the world. There is no doubt that the Maeslant Kering, or the Maeslant Storm Surge Barrier, is one of the most effective flood protection systems in the entire world. DeltaWorks' Maeslant Kering is different from any other part of the DeltaWorks complex. It is also known as the Storm Surge Barrier. Having been completed in 1997, this barrier remains today one of the world's largest moving structures. In the event that surrounding waters rise, sensors will signal the walls to close and the tanks to fill. This will press them against the foundation, preventing floodwaters from getting into the barrier. Number 2. The Thames Barrier. There has been a persistent problem of flooding along the Thames River in England throughout the history of the city. To counteract this, engineers have devised movable barriers made of hollow steel to block flooding during high flooding times. These structures serve as water gates that can be closed during high water levels to stop the flow of water. As long as the barriers are erected quickly, if a flood is imminent, ships and other water traffic can pass through without any problem during normal times. However, authorities can still put up a barrier if a flood is approaching very soon. It has been over 100 years since the construction of these structures was completed in 1984 that have provided protection to the surrounding area. Number 1. Opti. One of the most unique flood prevention systems on this list is Opti. Instead of a barrier system, Opti maps and optimizes stormwater drainage systems in cities using data management software. Stormwater is a major issue in most cities around the world. While stormwater drains and storage tanks exist, they aren't always functioning correctly. In its initial round of funding, a startup raised more than $11 million. This software not only predicts floods, but also helps city planners design retention ponds and other flood control systems. As a flood prevention method, retention ponds are one of the most effective. After a storm, excess water drains into the retention pond, but overflows can be problematic. Based on weather forecasts, Opti developed software for predicting floods in cities. Engineering can control water retention ponds in certain cities based on forecasts. By using Opti, you can determine when to drain a retention pond and when to fill another, correlated with the actual weather forecast. Flooding cannot be prevented, but its technology can minimize damage. It has been installed in 130 cities across the country. We hope you've enjoyed today's top videos. If you would like to support our channel, please like, subscribe, and tap the bell icon to receive notifications of new videos so you don't miss out on new updates. We will see you in the next video.